I didn't realize until I laid out all of the books for this video just how many books we read together for this year. So this was the 2025-2026 school year. My son is 15 and he was in 9th grade. And I have an array of books here, and this is not even counting some of the online classes that he's been doing. So I think we had a very rich, full year. What I'm gonna do in this video while I drink my tea is I'm gonna tell you very quickly what we thought about each curriculum that we used for all of the subjects that I can possibly think of that we did during the school year, and just did we like it? Would we use it again? That type of thing. I plan to go very quickly through this video. I don't want to spend a lot of time on each one because there's a lot of things to get through here. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of grab off of this table. So this is gonna be a pretty rough video, so just bear with me. The first thing I'm gonna show you is the enrichment studies, and this is volume 1 from Simply Charlotte Mason. And this was what we are doing for like a fine arts type of credit. I have a kid who does not really like physical art mediums like painting or drawing, things like that. My oldest like that. We use Yellow Spot Sun for him. She's fantastic. But my youngest, he's more musical, he's more poetic, that type of thing. So I thought this would be a great thing to use. So we used enrichment studies. This was the first time I've ever used anything from Simply Charlotte Mason, so it was really different for me. So scripture memory was part of that. I bought this box off of Amazon, and we made our scripture memory cards. The memory cards are actually free on Simply Charlotte Mason, and we've made a lot of progress with that. So with that is the enrichment studies is basically a book of lesson plans, and then you buy the individual things. Like if you want to do music or composer studies, you can buy packs of them. I bought this one because that's what was in the lesson plan book, was for this set. And this was Bach, Beethoven, and Chopin. And Bach was my favorite for sure in this set. We also did poetry, but we did our own poetry study because the poet my son wanted to study was not in that book. We did Robert Frost, so I have 2 books for him. I bought these 2 off of Amazon. I actually used this one more. This one was really fun. It had pictures, and it even had like a couple little notes in there for me, and I'm kind of new to this type of poetry stuff, so I appreciated that. And then we also did the picture studies. This is just one. I have the other 2 put up. So you do 1 per term, and there's 3 terms in a Charlotte Mason homeschool. This one is the last one that we did, which is why it's out. And you basically study each picture all from this same artist, and we did 3 of those. The next thing I want to show you is Plutarch. This is also from Simply Charlotte Mason, and video lessons come with it from Larry Hunt, and he is a really great teacher. We did this as a family, so me and my husband and my son all watched these together. So much fun, and I cannot wait to do another one next year. This one is The Life of Alexander, but they have, I think, 4 or 5 of them all together on their website. I am having such a hard time picking which one I want to do next. Love that one. Okay, next thing over here on my pile is Spanish. We had a rough start to this. I actually have a video on my channel about Spanish 1. We have to do Spanish 2 next year. We ended up figuring it out as we went along, but this was by far not my favorite out of the entire school year. And it's not the course itself, it is the hub, the homeschool hub. I just do not like how it is set up, and I have to go hunting for all of the keys and things like that, and it's just, I wish it was a little bit more organized on the hub side, but it is what it is, and we got it figured out. The next elective is How the World Runs. I have a in-depth video sitting in my drafts on my YouTube that I got to get up, but this is a really cool economics course for high schoolers. This is from Generations. Anything by Generations and written by Kevin Swanson is going to be a hit in my house. This one is awesome. It has a big project that you do several days throughout the week. This is really cool. And then like the rest of it is bookwork and like question answer type things. I feel like it was a fantastic course. So the one everybody probably wants to know about is history. So this is a 1-year course, but there is 2 textbooks in here. And I had this brilliant idea, I say that kind of sarcastically, but kind of not, to make a 4-year history cycle for my son, because I like to go slower through history, and I thought making a 4-year history cycle would be a really good idea because he is more Charlotte Mason inclined. So out of those 2 books, we started with Preparing the World for Jesus, and this is all ancient history. So this book covers all the way from creation to Jesus's birth and death and life, and of course, resurrection. So this book should pick up where that left off, and it goes all the way to modern history. This is a world history curriculum, and what I did to make it kind of last a little bit longer, and I made up my own schedule. I put in a bunch of readers, you know, Charlotte Mason style. So these are just some of the books that we read, because I don't have all of the books. I think they're somewhere in here, I don't know. But we read everything from the Trojan War to Ben-Hur to Ancient Egypt and Her Friends to Hittite Warrior to Cat of Bubastes. Actually, I think this was my favorite book, The Cat of Bubastes. We read a lot of books throughout the school year, and we're still reading one this week at the last week of school. We also did end up using the workbook, but we use it kind of in a different way. We, you know, we made discussion questions out of a lot of the questions, or we made narration points throughout it. So we did this in a very Charlotte Mason way, and I like the way that we did it, and I plan on doing that next year, but I'm going to add in a different Charlotte Mason curriculum too, and kind of just like weave the 2 together. So we'll see how that works out next year, but this one is fantastic. I love it. Anything by Kevin Swanson is awesome. So highly recommend the duo Preparing the World for Jesus and Taking the World for Jesus for high school world history. Fantastic curriculum. All right, let's move over into literature. Literature, we did Redefining School again this year. I think this is my son's 5th year with Mrs. Mindy. So Mrs. Mindy's Redefining School is a literature course for middle and high school students. They meet online via Zoom meetings once a week. They do group projects together, all via Zoom. And it's such a fantastic thing for homeschoolers. Honestly, if you want to have your kids make friends, this is one way to do that. It's really cool. They meet lots of online friends doing this. My son's been in the same class with a lot of these kids over and over again, so they all get to know each other very well. And I love that about this course. And all the kids in there are just fantastic. They're such great kids. So this year he did the C.S. Lewis class. Really, really enjoyed it. And he's got a couple more books over there, but they read per quarter, I think they read 1 book, and they really studied these books. So they did the Screwtape Letters, The Great Divorce. He's doing a Narnia book, and I think there was one more. I just can't remember which one it was. But they did a wonderful job with this. I loved reading all of these with him. And yeah, so now he's working on the group project because it's the end of the year, and they're doing such a cool job with one of the Narnia books. Love her courses, highly recommend them. Okay, so no surprise here for language arts. We did structure and style. We did year 1, level C. So this is the high school first year structure and style. Next year we will do year 2, level C, and that is going to be basically an expansion of this. And then in grades 11 and 12, we'll kind of do the same thing that my oldest did with university ready writing and public speaking. So can't wait for those courses. Those courses are really fun. We paired structure and style with Fix-It Grammar. Again, love them. I think we're doing the last level of Fix-It Grammar next year. So grade 10 will be his last grammar course. But Mrs. Mindy has a grammar course on her Redefining School that I might put him in for grade 11. For math, before I forget, we did geometry with teaching textbooks. Love, love, love teaching textbooks. If you need a math curriculum and high school math kind of freaks you out, teaching textbooks teaches the math for you, which is great. So we did teaching textbooks because Math is where I'm weak. I'm really good with English. I'm really weak with math. So I am so thankful for that class. He ended up with a 94%, and in geometry, he's a year ahead of high school math. So he will actually be doing dual enrollment for at least grade 12. I'm looking at dual enrollment for grade 11 as well, because he really wants to knock out some of these courses for his degree. So really excited for that. But yeah, teaching textbooks has been fantastic. He always does extremely well on his year-end standardized testing, because we live in a state that makes you do standardized testing. He always does great with those. He's doing great on the SAT. So I know he's exactly where he needs to be and a little bit ahead. The last class is biology. So we did Apologia's biology. This is their ninth grade biology course. We did all the things, okay? We did all the things because he's going into a science major. So I wanted to make sure we did all the things. Apologia generously gave me the streaming self-paced course on their platform. These are kind of newish. This is the first time we've ever used it. I fell in love with these streaming self-paced courses online. It's auto-graded. I love that. I used to spend so much time trying to grade their tests. So I'm really, really thankful that they did like an auto-grade option, because I don't have to do a thing. He just does his own thing in here and I'm totally hands-off. So that saves me a boatload of time with that. He did all of the dissection things. So Nature's Workshop Plus sent me the biology stuff, like all the lab kits, and one of those was the animals for the dissection. It went better than expected. I knew he was going to be fine with it, but that was one of those things that I was like, that's all you. Your dad can help you with that. I'm very squeamish with that stuff. Somehow I was curiously absent during all of my high school biology labs. I don't know how that happened. I still passed biology. But yeah, I did not do any dissection things. It was better that I wasn't there. So yeah, so with this child who is a science major, he was very excited to do all the dissection things. He did it. It was very clean. All of the biology lab kits from Nature's Workshop Plus were fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I loved those. Highly recommend those. I will try to remember to put their lab kit stuff down below for you so you can see all the links for that. Saved me so much time and energy in things that I don't have to worry about. So very thankful for that. Thank you for all of those. Next year we will be moving into chemistry. So no dissection. Very happy about that. So all in all, very good year. Happy with everything. I have most of the curriculum for 10th grade. We are getting there. We're almost there. And I just have like maybe three things left to buy and we are all done. I'm way ahead of where I was last year, but I feel like this year we have more of a direction. I know more of where we're going. So I'm very happy with everything. I just need a couple of items and we are good to go. And then I got to figure out what to do with all of this curriculum that is now used. Do I keep it? Do I sell it? What do I do? Like, what do you do with your curriculum when you're done with it? Because I have to figure this out. And I have to start his high school binder, which is what I do at the end of every school year, especially for the high school years. For the high school years, I make one big binder for 9th through 12th grade of samples of all of their work, and I just kind of put it up in my closet just in case I ever need it for something, which I don't, but I like memories. So I did this for my oldest child and it was really cool. I'm really glad I did it. So I'm going to start his 9th grade binder. It's a big binder. It's one of those like 3-4-inch type binders, and I just start taking out all kinds of different things from all the work that they've done throughout the year and I put it in there. So that's my next project for the upcoming summer, and we are almost done with this school year. We have 3 days left of school, including today. So we are almost there. I will try to remember to put all of the links down below in the description box for you for all of the things that we have. If I don't have a link, I'm sorry. Just look it up on Google. Just Google it. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy homeschooling.